Hello, and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. One of the most vocal Bitcoin maximalists just bought XRP to the tune of $250,000. Attention, Bitcoin maximalists, pay attention. They anticipate that in the end, only Bitcoin will remain. In a nutshell, everything else is merely background noise in their minds. When the market is completely developed, however, only Bitcoin will suffice. There's no point in using any other currency. That universe they inhabit is complete and utter absurdity. However, that is the general consensus among many of them. It's fascinating that even individuals who think XRP doesn't make sense have to admit that holding XRP right now represents a tremendous risk-reward opportunity. Not that there isn't a chance for loss if we get a poor verdict, but some Bitcoin maximalists are investing crazy money into XRP on the expectation that the SEC will rule in favor of Ripple. And this comes at a time when there has been encouraging news about institutional level activity, such the recent uptick in Bitcoin spot ETF movements with BlackRock and the renewed fervor among hedge funds and the resulting influx of capital. You should remember that Bitcoin was worth around $24,000 just a few days ago. It jumped over $30,000 in the last day. Simply put, there is a great deal of anticipation, and for many different factors. It's fascinating to observe, though, that even XRP's detractors are starting to say things like, "Yeah, I want to give me a little piece of that XRP. The thing has to like it." However, it's important to note that I come from absolutely no financial background. You should not buy or sell anything based on anything I say or write because I am not giving financial advice. For fun and as a pastime, I enjoy making videos about crypto-related topics to share on YouTube. As I record this video, XRP is trading at slightly over 50 cents, and Bitcoin is dominating its asset class with a market size of $1.17 trillion. Bitcoin's market share has been on the rise during the past several days, and has been doing so for the better part of the last 30 days, albeit at a faster rate recently. That's totally acceptable, by the way. I'm interested in seeing something different than the constant coverage on Bitcoin's rising and falling market share and its status as, essentially, the only cryptocurrency of any significance. That's encouraging because Bitcoin is the market leader. Let Bitcoin explode, and the resulting influx of capital will ultimately find its way into large caps, mid caps, small caps, etc. Even if it takes another year, I won't pretend to know how long it will take. Do this process over and over. The rise of Bitcoin followed. By the way, Bitcoin's dominance will certainly decline as the popularity of alternative cryptocurrencies increases. This is a malleable concept. Simple fact. It's typical. Therefore, I should anticipate it. However, consider this as well. The crypto fear and greed index has reached a new low of 65. Bitcoin only needed 2 days of absurdly favorable price action. And now we're here. The market is currently in a state of unbridled greed, and you couldn't be happier about it. Moreover, I saw this tweet and thought it was amusing, so I wouldn't do you justice by keeping it to myself. Last night, while scrolling through my Twitter feed, I found this. It comes from TechCrunch and Arrington XRP Capital co-founder Michael Arrington. And whoever wrote this did it in what appears to be chat. I don't recognize the platform, but he sent me a screenshot of something. Someone wrote to him and told him that in another 10 days, Jason Bourne will be back to promoting Bitcoin as a means of payment. This was expressed in the light of the recent surge in the value of cryptocurrencies. The thought of it made me laugh out loud. That was so darn fantastic that I even read it and quote tweeting it last night. Jason Bourne will be back to promoting Bitcoin in another week. They're obviously referring to Matt Damon, who portrayed Jason Bourne in the movies, but in case you missed it, Matt and Matt. Oh, I almost made a mistake there. Damon Matt. You'll understand the reference to Team America. Okay, Matt. It's Damon. Basically, it's just a lot of fun to say. A few years ago, when prices were skyrocketing, around the height of crypto frenzy, Crypto.com recruited him to advertise the site. His now famous statement didn't work out so well, at least not immediately. He referred to it as roughly or exactly. The bold tend to succeed. And, no, things did not go swimmingly. That was a lot of hilarity for South Park to deal with. There we have it. Therefore, they are saying, hey, it's price. The action is fantastic. It's confirmed that Jason Bourne will return. The bold tend to succeed. It's fantastic, really. This happened next. Before I go into the specifics of the Bitcoin Maxi, I'd like to share a bit of this with you. According to a headline in the Daily Hodl, crypto analytics firm Santiment believes that the recent Bitcoin price increase to over $30,000 is just the beginning. A new blog post from blockchain analytics platform Santiment forecasts further gains for the cryptocurrency markets after Bitcoin hit a 24-hour high of $30,442. BlackRock's application for a Bitcoin spot ETF, as well as the entrance of other institutional investors, sparked a recent spike in the keen cryptocurrency this week. When the SEC filed suit against Binance and Coinbase, the two largest cryptocurrency exchanges, the digital asset markets promptly crashed. Exchange-traded funds and other favorable signals, according to Santiment, suggest that digital assets could continue their upward trend. Let us pause for that reason. To that extent, I agree. I've been preaching the importance of this for years, and I stand by that statement now more than ever. In a moment, I'll show you the quotations on your screen. The market is driven by Bitcoin, yet this has an effect on Bitcoin's supply and demand in the actual world. For this reason, it's crucial. Therefore, even if individuals do not directly purchase Bitcoin, they may do so via an exchange-traded fund, ETF. The ETF is collateralized by physical Bitcoin. That's the whole point. So, regardless of whether the new investors are ordinary customers or institutional investors, the net result is more money being invested in Bitcoin. Okay, then they should buy the ETF. Still, that has a beneficial effect on the market's supply and demand. Futures, on the other hand, are a wager on an asset's price at an unspecified future date. This, however, will have an immediate effect on the supply, as it will require funds like BlackRock's to purchase Bitcoin if they are approved. I can't believe it. This is the moment we've been expecting. That's why the entire crypto community has been waiting impatiently for years for this to be approved. However, it will arrive, and I believe that the time is very near. Anyway, I've got the Santiment citation for you here. But what makes the advent of ETFs such good news for cryptocurrencies? Financial institutions, in a nutshell. With the advent of purportedly safer and easier ways for huge capital investors to gain exposure to crypto without having to actually own any, more money has been able to flow into markets that desperately needed it. Quote ends. I agree with the previous commenter that there are some very bright people working there, and they produce high-quality reports on supply chain analytics and related topics. And I value your insight. It's true, and it's an idea I've been pushing for years. Eventually, it'll come to fruition. The only question is how much bullshit can we take from the SEC in the near future? Additionally, the government at large under this administration is actively assaulting cryptography. However, they are doomed to fail. A decade from now, when everything has settled, there will be much more clarity, and this asset class will be enormous, which implies that the opportunities will be smaller. The situation is more clouded now, though. Therefore, future risk is reduced. We are taking on more danger now. But where will you reap the greatest benefits? The payoff is greater now than it would be 10 years from now. That's what I'm thinking, anyway. And now, a splashy headline from the world of crypto. I'm a big fan. Even Bitcoin, the little Bitcoin Maxi trolls that are nasty and live under a bridge and waddle around. Even if they charge too much for people to cross a bridge in Bitcoin, at least these knuckle-dragging, mouth-breathing troglodytes with cashew-sized brains can get their own dang shirts on in the morning without grumbling to themselves. Imaginable, right? What if you ran into a troll and had to pay the troll toll, but they only accepted Bitcoin? It's possible that you could spend the greater part of a week stuck in traffic on that troll bridge. That's exactly what those nasty little Bitcoin room temperature cottage cheese munching sons of bitches want. They are completely self-centered. Just remember, the heart wants what it desires. Peace is expressed as follows, however. Exuberant responses followed the endorsement of XRP by a prominent Bitcoin maximalist, who claimed to have predicted Ripple's legal victory and the subsequent XRP FOMO craze. Well-known Bitcoin maximalist and cryptocurrency influencer, Crypto Rover, has made a surprising shift by endorsing XRP as a must-have asset in his portfolio, citing confidence in Ripple's legal battle and predicting an upcoming frenzy of XRP FOMO, fear of missing out. I didn't follow the link, but I guess they're referring to Attorney Deaton's remark that the fee might be anywhere from $10 to $2. It wasn't exactly a bold prophecy, but calm has persisted. A recent tweet from Crypto Rover disclosed a big XRP investment of $250,000. Okay, I'll just go ahead and load the actual tweet here. You bet. Crypto Rover has 516,500 devotees, here he is. Once before, I suppose he was making up stories about XRP when I ran into him. That's why I just rolled my eyes and kept on truckin'. But this, he said. After Ripple's inevitable courtroom victory, XRP FOMO will skyrocket. I have recently invested $250,000 into XRP. Although I don't have many other cryptocurrencies at the moment, I think Ripple is a great investment for the next bull run. Okay. So, a few of notes on that front. To begin, it's clear that he's confusing Ripple and XRP. Some of them do it on purpose, in which case you may quit being such a jerk. How do you have over 500,000 followers on Twitter and you're tweeting about this? How this is occurring is beyond my comprehension. However, let me digress a little. I'm not quite as much as I seem. The little XRP hater, the little Bitcoin maxi guy here, might transform that $250,000 into 7 figures if this thing truly takes off, if, say, we receive positive news in the SEC review, if there is positive news specifically as it pertains to XRP. Not at all shocked by that. What if you only mean a 4-fold expansion? What are you talking about, $2? Some speculate that it will rise to $8 or $10 from its current value of $4. Imaginable, right? Someone in his position could make a fortune off of a coin he despises. Furthermore, he recommends holding Ripple for the forthcoming bull run. After bringing up XRP. In response, Crypto Arsenal of the XRP community provided the appropriate response by stating, Ripple stock is definitely a must-hold. If you are a qualified investor, you can purchase it at the second link. However, XRP is also crucial to have. That's great, because, well, he did say Ripple stock, and I'm taking him at his word. It's essential to have, but he insists that you also buy the extras, presumably because the crypto community treats them as interchangeable even though they are not. In no uncertain terms are not. It's fascinating to watch folks who have firm beliefs in their values and worldviews nevertheless recognize the potential for XRP to create enormous wealth if things pan out as many of us expect and hope they will. And as I've said before, and I still believe to be true, it's likely that we'll receive a horrible verdict and the price will fall way, way, way down. And it was conceded that perhaps I'm incorrect about everything and it all cancels out to zero. But I'm telling you, after being here for 5.5 years and just following this, seeing the real-world adoption of XRP and understanding that even if the United States could somehow magically ban XRP, all XRP activity in the United States, it still is thriving outside of the United States. So, in my opinion, it persists even if we ignore it. Furthermore, XRP is gaining popularity, and I believe Ripple will keep using it worldwide. They are not necessary, but they do contribute to the Ripple case. As a result of rising developer interest and a growing crypto market, I expect this trend to continue. I have no idea what that would entail for folks like me in the USA. There must be a way for me to do this. It's fascinating to see that it's not only those of us that hang around in the XRP community who think this way. It seems to me that even the naysayers understand this. The two of us are, I believe, very close. I have no idea when this verdict will be announced. The revelation of the Hitman emails and the linked Ethereum free pass drafts of the speech were the final pieces of the puzzle that we were waiting for. Some lawyers in our office may have speculated that after that was completed, Judge Torres would issue a ruling. Maybe a little while after that, but probably not before. It's been over a week, just so you know. It's been about a week and a half since its first release. In addition, there is widespread belief that the release date will occur on Fridays. Therefore, this is not a guarantee that it will occur tomorrow. I have no idea. But it needs to happen sooner rather than later, and if the good news we expect and wish for actually comes true, it will be thrilling. But even if we don't in the near future, I promise you this, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to keep fighting this nonsense until it's stopped, because I seriously doubt the current Supreme Court would allow the government overreach in jurisdictional land grab that we see the SEC engaging in if it went all the way to the highest court in the land. It's difficult to imagine that actually happening. I don't claim to be an expert in the world of finance. My words here should not be used as a basis for making any financial transactions. Please like and subscribe my channel. See you in the next video, bye.